Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and found your cat just staring at you? Not blinking, not moving, just quietly watching you in the dark. And for a second, it feels a little creepy, right? Like, what are they thinking? Why are they doing that? And most importantly, what does it actually mean? Now, before you assume something scary or weird, let me tell you something very important. What does it actually mean? Now, before you assume something scary or weird, let me tell you something very important. Your cat is not trying to haunt you. They are actually trying to communicate something, but the problem is, most people completely misunderstand this behavior. And that's why today, we're going to break down the real reasons behind why your cat stares at you while you sleep. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your cat the same way again, because what seems strange at first is actually full of meaning, emotion, and even love. So let's start with the first and most common reason. Backhand index pointing right. Your cat is checking if you are safe. Yes, you heard that right. Even though cats are small, independent animals deep inside, they still have a protective instinct, especially towards the person they trust the most, which is you. When you sleep, you are completely vulnerable. You are not moving, not reacting, and from your cat's perspective, that can be unusual. So they watch you, they observe your breathing, your movements, your sounds, just to make sure everything is okay. It's their quiet way of saying, "I'm here, I've got you." And while that might sound surprising, it actually comes from their natural survival instincts. In the wild, animals stay alert even when others rest. And your cat still carries that behavior even in your home. Now let's move to the second reason, and this one is even more interesting. Backhand index pointing right. Your cat is curious about your behavior. Think about it. Humans sleep for hours lying still, sometimes making weird sounds, sometimes moving suddenly, and for a cat, this is extremely fascinating. They don't fully understand why you shut down like that, so they watch you, trying to figure it out, trying to learn your patterns, your habits, your rhythm. It's like you're a mystery to them, and they're just trying to solve it quietly, patiently, with those wide eyes staring into the darkness. Now here's the third reason, and this one is honestly kind of cute. Backhand index pointing right. Your cat feels comfort being nearby. Cats may act independent, but they form very strong emotional bonds, especially with the person who feeds them, plays with them, and gives them attention. So when they sit near you while you sleep and just stare, it's not always about watching. Sometimes it's about feeling safe themselves. Your presence relaxes them, your scent comforts them, your breathing calms them, and they just want to be close, even if you're not awake. And that staring, it's just part of them being quietly present, soaking in that feeling of safety. Now let's talk about something people don't realize. Backhand index pointing right. Cats are naturally active at night. Cats are crepuscular animals, which means they are most active during dawn and dusk. So while you are in deep sleep, your cat is wide awake, full of energy, exploring, moving around, and when they see you lying still, they get curious. Sometimes they stare because they are bored. Yes, literally bored. They might be thinking, why is my human not moving? Why are they not playing? Why are they just lying there? And that curiosity turns into staring, watching, waiting, sometimes even planning their next move, maybe jumping on you, maybe tapping your face, maybe running across the room. Because for them, nighttime is not sleep time, it's activity time. Now here's another reason that might surprise you. Backhand index pointing right. Your cat is trying to understand your emotions. Even while you sleep, cats are very observant. They pick up on subtle cues. Your breathing pattern, your movements, your sounds, even the way your body reacts during dreams, and when they stare, they are reading you, trying to understand if you are calm, stressed, restless, or peaceful. It's their way of staying connected to you, even in your unconscious state. And believe it or not, some cats even respond differently based on what they sense. They might come closer if you seem uneasy, or stay at a distance if everything seems normal. Now let's go deeper into something even more emotional. Your cat may be expressing love. Your cat might be expressing love in their own silent way. Cats don't show affection the same way humans do. They don't hug or speak, but they have their own language, slow blinking, sitting close, following you around. And yes, even staring, especially in calm, quiet moments when your cat looks at you. While you sleep, it can be a form of bonding, a way of saying, you are important to me, without making a sound. And if you've ever noticed your cat slow blinking at you during the day, that's actually a sign of trust and love. So that nighttime staring, it can be part of that same emotional connection. Now let's address something a little funny but very real. Backhand index pointing right. Your cat might be waiting for food. Yes, cats have strong internal clocks. They know when it's feeding time, and if they wake up before you do, they might just sit there, staring at you, waiting. Almost like they're saying, wake up, it's time, I'm hungry. And the longer you sleep, the more intense that stare might become, until eventually, they decide to take action, maybe by meowing, pawing, or even stepping on your face, because patience has its limits, especially when food is involved. Now here's another interesting angle. Backhand index pointing right. Your cat is guarding its territory. Your cat might be guarding their territory, and you are part of that territory. Cats are territorial animals. They see their home as their space, and everyone in it as part of their world. So when they watch you sleep, they are also keeping an eye on their environment, making sure everything is normal. Nothing unusual is happening, no threats, no disturbances, just peace, and in that moment, you are not just their human, you are part of what they are protecting. Now let's talk about something people sometimes misunderstand. Backhand index pointing right eye contact is not always a threat. Eye contact in cats can mean different things. In some cases, direct staring can be a sign of dominance or alertness. But when it happens in a calm environment, especially when your cat is relaxed, it's usually neutral or even positive. So if your cat is just sitting there quietly, not tense, not aggressive, just watching you, there's no reason to feel scared. It's not a threat. It's just observation. Now here's a deeper psychological layer. Backhand index pointing right, you are the most important part of your cat's world. Your cat might simply enjoy watching you because you are the most interesting part of their life. Think about it. You are their source of food, entertainment, comfort, and interaction. Your actions shape their entire day, so naturally they pay attention to you, even when you're doing nothing, because to them, you are everything. And that's why even your sleep becomes something worth watching, something worth observing. Now let's bring all of this together. Backhand index pointing right, it's a mix of instinct, love, and connection. When your cat stares at you while you sleep, it's not just one reason. It's a combination of many things: instinct, curiosity, comfort, love, routine, and connection, all mixed into one quiet moment in the dark. And instead of seeing it as something strange or creepy, you can start to see it as something meaningful, something that shows how connected your cat is to you, even when you're not aware of it. So the next time you wake up and catch your cat staring at you, don't panic, don't overthink it. Just remember, they're not plotting anything. They're just being a cat, observing, feeling, connecting in their own silent, mysterious way, and maybe, just maybe, they're watching over you more than you ever realized. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful, isn't it?